Hey guys, this is an instructional video for the Of Mice and Men American Dream paragraph assignment. It's been a while since I've done one of these these instructional videos. So if it's terrible, you got to give me a break, cut some slack. Okay, I will start off showing you a magic trick, okay? This is the magic rings magic trick, okay? All right, here we go. Magic rings, see the circle. No holes in it or anything like that. And whoa, they're linked. Hey, how did I do that? And they're back apart again. Okay, if anyone really wants to know how to do it, I can show you later. Okay, I will start with a couple of jokes. All right. What did the mouse say to the keyboard? Hey, you're my type. What did the science book say to the math book? Wow, you've got a lot of problems. How do squids get to school? They take an octobus. And finally, where do mermaids go to look for jobs? They look in the kelp wanted section. All right. So you now know no matter whatever happens in this video, at least it was worth watching for that, right? Okay, let me get into it and share my screen. Okay, guys, so you guys will be writing a paragraph on this topic, okay, of the American dream. So, what is the American dream? Well, let's read this together. The American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success in a society where upward mobility is possible for everyone. The American dream is achieved through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work rather than by chance. All right, so let's break that down into the important elements, okay? All right, so anyone, regardless of your place in life, can achieve success. So it doesn't matter where you start, you can still achieve success, and also they get to determine what their own version of success is. So I don't get to tell you what will make you successful. You get to define what you think is successful for yourself. Okay, so anyone, regardless of your place in life, can achieve success through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work. Those three things, okay? It's not free, it's not easy. It takes sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work. Okay, so let's look at the directions for the assignment. Write a paragraph in which you describe how George and Lenny's dream represents the American dream. Include their place in life, what they want, and which parts represent sacrifice, risk-taking, and work. All right, so in order to do that, you're going to have to go to the relevant section in the chapter. And if you were in class, we discussed this in class, but let me go ahead and take you to that section as a reminder. Okay, so what we're going to look at, let me get my bearings here. Okay, it's this part that I have both highlighted and underlined. The reason I have it highlighted and underlined is because it really answers different questions in the study guide. All right, so this is the dream of owning the ranch. So let's have a look at it. George's voice became deeper. He repeated his words rhythmically as though he had said them many times before. So he has told Lenny this story many times. That's a good indication that it's a dream because they think about it a lot. Guys like us that work on ranches are the loneliest guys in the world. They got no family. They don't belong no place. They come to a ranch, work up a stake, and then they go into town and blow their stake. Now, the stake would be a reference to money. They come in, they work up a stake, so they earn money working at the ranch, but then they just go into town and they blow it all, right? They just spend all their money. And the first thing you know, they're pounding their tail on some other ranch. So everything is short term. You go, you work, you get some money, you blow it all, then you move on to another ranch. Okay, they got nothing to look ahead to. So nothing to look forward to. Lenny was delighted. That's it, that's it. Now tell us how it is with us, George went on. With us, it ain't like that. We got a future. We got somebody to talk to that gives a damn about us. We don't have to sit in no bar room blowing our jack just because we got no place else to go. If them other guys gets in jail, they can rot for all anybody gives a damn, but not us. Lenny broke in, but not us. And why? Because I got you to look after me and you got me to look after you, and that's why. He laughed delightedly. Go on now, George. You got it by heart. You can do it yourself. No, you. I forget some of the things. Tell about how it's going to be. Okay, someday we're going to get the jack together and we're going to have a little house and a couple of acres and a cow and some pigs. All right, so this is the part where it gets to the ranch. They're going to get some money together. So Jack is money. They're going to get their money together. They're going to have a little house and some acres and cows and pigs. It's a small ranch. And live off the fat of the land, Lenny shouted. Now that term, the fat of the land, basically means that which the land produces, okay? And have rabbits. Go on, George. Tell about how we're going to have the garden and about the rabbits in the cages and about the rain in the winter and the stove and how thick the cream is and the milk like you can hardly cut it. Tell about that, George. Why don't you do it yourself? You know all of it. No, you tell it. It ain't the same if I tell it. Go on, George. How I get to tend the rabbits. Well, said George, we have a big vegetable patch and a rabbit hutch and chickens, and when it rains in the winter, we'll just say the hell with going to work and we'll build a fire in the stove and sit around it and listen to the rain coming down on the roof. Nuts. He took out his pocket knife. I ain't got time for no more. Okay, so we get a little glimpse of what this dream is. They want to own a ranch, and really they want to be their own bosses. You know, as a ranch hand who's making just a daily wage, you know, the boss doesn't care about you. If it's raining outside, well, guess what? You got to go work in the rain, okay? And George is saying that if it rains, we'll just stay in the house, build a fire, and stay dry and warm. So they want to have a ranch. They want to be in control of their own lives, right? That's the dream. Okay, so that gave you a little idea on what the dream is, but what I want you to include is, you know, what is their place in life? You know, they're not starting from ahead, they're starting from behind because of what they are. So you got to mention that. And then what is it they want? Well, I explained that. It's more than just the ranch, it's the lifestyle that the ranch represents, where they are in control of their own lives. And then go back through that dream and look at which parts represent sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work, okay? Because they don't have the ability to do it now, so whatever they need to do to get there is the sacrifice. The risk-taking, you know, there's a big difference between being an owner and an employee. The owner takes all the risk, right? Okay, and he gets most of the reward, but if something bad happens, you know, he gets all the bad. And then finally, you know, what is the hard work entailed in owning your own ranch? These guys aren't wanting to just take it easy. They're not wanting to just win the lottery or something like that. They're willing to work hard. So what are the elements that show the hard work? Okay, and then just go ahead and write your paragraph in here. And guys, we indent our paragraphs. So I am going to take away points from people who don't indent. And if you want to change the color ink, the color of the font to something that's really super easy for me to read, then go ahead and do that. All right. Okay, guys, every assignment, every class is going to have a different due date, so just make sure you're checking Canvas to look for the due dates for you guys. Okay, I hope that wasn't too bad, and I wish you all the greatest success on this assignment.